So someone on here said that they're going to report me to my job so that I lose my job because I posted that video where I'm showing you guys the things that Charlie Kirk has said. I'm just here to say that I own my own company. I am going to tell you the name of my business because I'm not afraid. And if you want to go ahead and leave bad reviews or whatever, I mean, go for it. It is what it is. My job is to literally go out and hunt for missing farts. So every time you fart and release that kind of gas into the air, my job is to go with a bag and just like chase down the fart, collect it, and then bring it back to you. Because the issue is every time you release a fart, you are causing warfare on the nostrils of other people and contaminating the air. So my company takes care of that issue. I am literally trying to help the environment and help make our world a better place. The name of my company is Mad Fart Company. Just look it up on Google just like that. You'll be able to find it. If you want to go ahead and cancel me and leave me bad reviews and take me out of business, then so be it, you know? I guess this is now the end of my career as a professional fart catcher. And next time your fart goes missing and terrorizes the nostrils of someone else, of an innocent civilian, I hope you remember that you are the reason why people like me are out of work now. Anyways, you have a great day.
We destroyed his vocal cords and then we'll never have to hear him try to debate somebody else again.
This motherfucker right here, her name is Kendra James. It's not a real fucking name. It's some fucking bullshit name that she made up. This video that I'm stitching, I'll tag her dumbass. She hopes that if he doesn't die, that it'll ruin his vocal cords so they never have to hear him speak again, and she thinks he's a fascist. Well, I can tell you what, Kendra James, I hope the fucking internet does what the internet does best. I hope they fucking ruin you. For anybody to go on fucking social media and say that they're glad that somebody got shot and killed, you're a fucking piece of fucking trash. I hope to God I never fucking see you. My wife went to school with this stupid bitch. And she's a fucking egotistical fucking maniac, woe is me, crybaby bitch. I hope the fucking internet drags this bitch across the country. That type of fucking behavior, hoping that a man dies who's got a family, who's got children, he's done tons of things great for this country, and here you are fucking mocking and belittling him. You're fucking garbage. Absolute fucking trash. Internet, I'm gonna tag her. I'm gonna tag her in there. I did a stitch. Fucking do your job. Let this motherfucker know that this is not tolerated. Hope you enjoy my content and sicker.
Bitches, y'all. Kendra James has been fired. Y'all got her fired. Y'all got her fucking fired. I'm gonna put it on the screen right here. I thought she had got because she was leaving comments, but then I saw her story. I'm gonna put it on the screen here for you, but whoo, how many people has been fired today? It's been a lot of motherfuckers out here being fired today. Lord have mercy. It's been a crazy day, y'all. It's been a crazy freaking week. I just can't even. So yeah, it's on her stories. It's in my comments. I don't know anything other than that. So take for what it is. But I think y'all may have gotten what y'all wanted. I asked the last one if this is what y'all wanted. Well, I think this is what y'all wanted. And now I think you might have got it. So yeah.
Looks like a lot of people are losing their jobs because they made public comments, posts, things like that on social media about the murder of Charlie Kirk. Now, isn't that against the Constitution? Isn't there freedom of speech, right? Well, I am so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the text real quick. My name is Eurypsy Morgan, and I am an attorney. Here's what the text of the First Amendment actually says. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech. It says more, but for our purposes, this is what's really important. So there it is. You know what the most important part of that is? The first word, Congress. The First Amendment applies to Congress, not making certain laws. It does not apply necessarily to your employer. And this is why you're seeing that a lot of people are losing their jobs. You know, your employer can't actually pay you if they don't make money. And if they have employees that are out here making public, visible posts online that could, I don't know, piss off a good amount of their customer base, we shouldn't be surprised that they let those employees go. And no, that isn't necessarily a violation of freedom of speech, like I said, practically, because the First Amendment specifically, it's related to Congress, not your employer. And I keep saying necessarily because some employers are government, obviously. But the reality is that I think a lot of people have misunderstood what the First Amendment says, and also forgotten that you can still have a public opinion. The people who are getting fired are not being prohibited from making their opinions public. They are, however, being reminded that there are consequences for expressing your opinion publicly. And the First Amendment was never intended to stop people from having consequences for our actions. It was intended to curtail the government. And, you know, it's kind of crazy to me that so many people have forgotten that there really are consequences to what we do. Teachers specifically, right? There have been a number of teachers who have made public statements on social media, Facebook and Twitter, and they're getting fired. That one, I think, is also shouldn't be a huge surprise, because you're talking about a profession that literally teaches children. And let's be honest, you know, it's not just math and reading and science. You teach children how to behave, how to function in society, critical thinking skills, judgment. And if my daughter's third grade teacher doesn't have the wherewithal to, or lacks critical thinking, and doesn't have the wherewithal to say that, hey, I feel a certain way about a specific topic, but just because I feel a certain way about something, maybe I don't have to publicly express it. You can still retain your opinion, but you don't have to publicly express it. That is having good judgment. If you've got teachers like who are out here, you know, making these statements and then walking into a classroom, it really does make me worry about, you know, how can you teach kids to think critically if you're not exhibiting the same behavior yourself? So it's not a surprise to me that a lot of people are losing their jobs, and that they are facing significant backlash. Again, it's not because you had the opinion necessarily, it's because you expressed it publicly, and that public expression shows a significant lack of judgment and critical thinking. And you know what? It's not unconstitutional, but it should make us think twice about what we do in the public sphere.
I just got fired. Kind of happy about it.
You said I have to leave the premises like immediately? Okay. So, guess I'll see you guys later. I'm fired. You guys take care. Good luck, okay? Kind of relief. You guys have a good one.
Oh man, I feel good. I just got fired. And honestly, when they told me, I was like a little like, eh. But then after, I was like, fuck this. They're back there having their little chat together. The guy that let me go was trying to block me from saying goodbye to my coworkers right now. Like, he was like guarding them or something. And then that's when I was like, okay, bye. Goodbye, guys. I'll see you later. They let me go. They fired me. He looked all disappointed. But honestly, dude, I feel relieved. I feel very relieved. I mean, I'm going to be fucked if I'm not going to get unemployment, but fuck it, dude. As they were like having me sign my forms and shit and like terminating me. Wait, let me say goodbye to my friend Michael. Hi, Michael. I'm done. Yeah, so it is what it is. But I think the relief that I'm feeling is a good sign, because did not want to do my shift today anyways. Like, I had a bunch of number 1 lessons, and that's dealing with first timers, so fuck it, dude, I'm feeling good. I'm also shaking a little bit because I'm in shock, but whatever, dude, it is what it is. I'm gonna do me. Yeah, they were trying to be all nice about it and stuff, and professional, and they were like, you can keep the sweater and all the shirt and whatever, it's all yours. I'm just like, what the fuck do I need this shit for? But whatever, I'm free, dude. I'm free. And I think I'm just gonna start trying to do more of the things that I want to do and not worry about any other one else. That's one of my coworkers driving in the car, my ex-coworkers. He was pretty cool too. He would always like be like upfront and like just tell me how fucking draining the job was, and me and him were just both like fucking over the job. He's been working here longer than I have, so I'm just glad. I'm glad they let me go. It wasn't, I didn't quit on myself, or I made a mistake, but fuck it, I'm done. It's all cool. Wish me luck, y'all. I'll be posting more content. I don't know what, but I'm free.
Did you know that Washington Post journalist was just fired over her posts about Charlie Kirk? Yeah, she was fired. Now, before we start, I'm gonna give you the posts so you can read them. Please pause and read through so we're gonna be on the same page. And there's one specific post, I'm gonna quote it a little later. So, Karen Attiah, a veteran columnist, posted on Blue Sky, her own account, after Kirk's assassination. She pointed out America's double standards on political violence, gun control, and she even quoted Kirk's own past remarks about black women, okay? Remember I said that's a specific post I want to single out? Here it is. So, as you can see, he's speaking about black women not having the intelligence to succeed without affirmative action. That's his own words. So, Washington Post response, they called her post gross misconduct and said she endangered the safety of her colleagues. But here's the kicker. Kirk really did say that. Reuters documented it back in 2023. She wasn't inventing a slur. She was holding up his words to the light. That's all she did. She just quoted him. And the Washington Post hasn't explained publicly why she was fired. They just stayed silent. So if there is any other reason, let us know. Show us. But in the meantime, this is a very, very concerning situation. Because you know where journalists are fired, silenced, and incarcerated? Right, in Russia. Or North Korea. Or any dictatorship. So I hope that we're going to hear an explanation from Washington Post. And we can see what happened.
I made some stupid comments about Charlie Kirk on the day that he was shot. I said some things on Blue Sky and on Threads that I'm sorry, not sorry for, but I said them and I deleted them when it was requested that I do so by my employer. And then today on a weekend, I'm told that I am no longer employed at Microsoft. After 6 years, building the diversity, equity, and inclusion department from scratch, I lose my job because one of you, some random person, reports my posts to my employer, goes out of their way to find out where I work and takes my job, takes my security away from me for a thought, for an opinion, and you talk about freedom of speech like you care about it, and you're just going to take my money, my life, my food off my plate because I don't like Charlie Kirk? That's not okay. It is not okay to target me because I felt joy that day. I can't help how I feel. I felt joy. That's me. That's what I believe. That's what I think of him. I can't help that. So I don't deserve a job?
Hey, Dr. Alessandro here, and I've been seeing lots of news stories about people who've been getting fired for making celebratory statements about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. So here's what I gotta say about this. If you were fired for celebrating publicly online or condoning the gruesome assassination or justifying the gruesome assassination of Charlie Kirk, then you fully deserve to be fired. And especially if you're in healthcare. If you're in healthcare where we're trying to heal people, get people back to proper level of health and make people better. If you're celebrating somebody's gruesome assassination, or worse yet, beyond that, which is already awful enough, you're celebrating it and then you're also insulting the widow and the children, which I've seen, then you have absolutely no place in healthcare. You would not have any place in my practice. I'll tell you that right away. So if you were fired, well deserved. And beyond that, now you can use that time to make yourself a better person, because quite frankly, if you're celebrating anything like that, there's a serious problem within your soul.
Hi, my name is Nancy D, and I was fired on Friday for saying that I was having a hard time finding empathy for Charlie Kirk. Apparently, I was doxxed by a convicted and pardoned January 6th on Twitter, and so my name and my company's name was put out there, and then my company was flooded with calls for my termination, and this is day one of unemployment. But I have now started getting calls to my personal cell phone, and I'm worried that, like, not just my name and my employer's information is out there. I'm worried that, like, my phone number and my home address are. I can't find where to go look for that. Can someone help me, please? I don't know what I'm doing here.
As people are finding out what you say online has consequences, that woman got fired. This guy, however, is inspired, so he's going to church.
I have been to church like twice my entire life, and since Charlie Kirk is unable to go to church this Sunday, I'm going to go and take his seat for him, and we'll see how it goes.
And there's a lawyer who's been getting a lot of phone calls because people are saying, hey, I lost my job over what I said. Can you help? Piss up a rope.
The amount of calls that we have received, I think it's not that many, but it's about 6 now, calls that we received from individuals who are specifically saying, I want to make sure I get this right, I have been terminated, I have been put on suspension by my job for things that I have said on my private social media account. First of all, I want you to think about those things. Private, social media, they do not go hand in hand together. But there are a lot of comments that we're getting specifically about the unfortunate death of Charlie Kirk. Why do I say unfortunate? Because I don't care who you are as a human being, you should not root for another human being's life to be taken, whether you agree with their political views. I'm old enough to remember the whole phrase, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. I think we have forgotten that as a society. And if we get to the point where we're simply to the point that if somebody says something that we think they deserve to die, there's a bit of me that actually believes that Mr. Kirk, whether I agree or disagree with his views, the fact that he was willing to engage in a logical debate, and by the way, that is what we do as attorneys, that if we have different views with our opposing sides, it's basically an intellectual debate. You should not lose your life for engaging into intellectual debate with anybody. And there's a bit of me that believes that I don't know if he actually believes half of the shit that he was actually saying, because, you know, some of it is just rage baiting to get encouragement. By that same definition, are we going to start saying that we have a...
Okay, little update on the captain who left this post right here. He's been fired. He's been relieved of his duties. I don't know what his duties were. He's under investigation, and I don't take any pleasure in saying that, number one. And number two, you guys stop DMing him. His account's gone. He went from public to private to deleted. You can't even find the account. Stop calling his command. Stop attacking this guy. Trust me, He's feeling the full weight of it now. He is, and so I'm just telling you, if you're on my page, if you love me, that means you love everybody. That's right. Even the captain. Sir, I love you. All right? Just sit down, calm down, call some friends, get your support network going. I'm being serious, you guys. I mean, that thing went all the way up. And don't take any pleasure in that. 23 years in the Marine Corps, I never took pleasure on seeing somebody get in trouble. Not seriously, not one time. So, you know, I do believe in accountability, but I feel bad at the same time, as weird as that may sound. But, you know, we got to take our medicine. Just what it is. We got to take our medicine. We can't be posting stuff like that. And I wish we would stop doing it. You know, I got videos after this I'm going to do, and that's a big reason why I post the way that I do. A lot of people will just be like, oh, you know, you're doing it for clicks and likes, or they call me a racist. One guy called me a white nationalist the day before yesterday. It's like, I don't even know what that is, dude. You know, I want service members to learn that this shit ain't funny, it ain't cool. Careers are being ended. Matter of fact, drop a comment if you know of somebody who has lost their career over social media. And I don't like seeing service members get in trouble, okay? And I just think there's these trends and this stuff with Charlie Kirk, and we're all in our feelings and emotions, and we just hit post. Dude, you're on active duty. You're going to lose 10 out of 10 times. That thing went all the way up today. But like I said, I don't take any pleasure in saying that. I don't. And, sir, I'm here for you. Seriously. You can call me up, cuss me out if you want. I love you. Love you. You know, and I hope that you're doing okay. And you guys can say I'm fake for saying that, but listen, these are teachable moments, you guys. We can't post like that, and that's what it is, okay? So drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think.
You're firing teachers for having opinions about Charlie Kirk? Your whole thing, oh, how can you kill somebody for just having an opinion? Your opinion about his opinions can get you fired as a teacher now. I don't think the guy was a nice person. He was not nice, his views were horrible, he was racist, misogynistic, homophobic, and overall unkind. I hated almost every single take I heard from that man. Did not deserve to die. But can y'all stop being such hypocrites? Like, bruh, you can't be like, any opinion is fine. What's the problem? I just, you know, think slavery isn't a big deal. It's just my opinion. God, you have to make everything a race thing. Like, that's literally you and Charlie Kirk. And then, at the same time, then a teacher like me could, like, say that, and y'all are like, actually, as a teacher, you can't have that opinion, and now you are fired. Like, be so for real. You guys are the biggest hypocritical party ever. I'm sorry, I used to, like, be more centrist. I still think of myself as, like, moderate, which is crazy in my giant purple eyeshadow. But, like, the right is killing me right now. You're gonna fire teachers for having opinions about the guy with crazy opinions? Oh!
Yesterday I made a video that I was fired, and I have not yet apologized. I'm sorry that a lot of people didn't watch the full video. I am sorry that some people didn't understand that the video was poking fun at people who laughed at a horrible tragedy. And I'm sorry that this is the state of America right now, where people take in 2 seconds of information and then blast hate. So yeah, I'm not fired. I'm a stay-at-home mom. That was part of the joke. But I hope you have a good day, if you even watched to this part of the video. So we'll see you.
I don't believe in this so-called freedom of speech nonsense. Now, not when it comes to my employees. You work for me. You keep your mouth shut about people I respect. Charlie Kirk was a great American. And yes, I loved what he stood for. Same with President Trump. Strong leaders, strong values. If you trash them online, you don't deserve a paycheck from me. And to all other employers watching this, stop being cowards. Start firing people who think that their Twitter feed matters more than loyalty. I mean, come on. Why should we let people disrespect our values and then collect a salary from us? Not on my dime. If you don't like it, tough. Go cry somewhere else. I'll just hire someone who actually knows their place with me.
What makes you think criticizing a political figure should cost someone their actual livelihood and how they feed their family? Can you speak to that?
It's not as simple as that. It's not just about criticizing a political figure. It's about applauding a violent death of a political figure. It's about speaking very ill of someone who's now. It's not just about criticizing a political figure. It's nowhere near that simple.
All right, that pretty much concludes our interview.
And a hearty thank you to Faru Gray. Thanks for having me on.
Yo, I just woke up. Y'all got me fired from my job, but I start tomorrow at my new job. Oh, look. Oh, this is my job calling me right now. Hold on. Yes, hello?
Hello, yes. Can I speak to John?
Yes, I'm right here.
Hi, John. I'm Christina. I'm calling. We met yesterday. Unfortunately, we did tell you a start date for tomorrow, but we are getting a lot of calls. I don't know what's going on, so you cannot start tomorrow. We need you to have to call corporate and see when you can figure out a start date.
You serious?
Yeah, I do apologize about that, but we are getting a lot of threats and a lot of calls to our facility.
Oh my God! I can never have a job! What the fuck?
A doctor in New Jersey has been asked to resign after celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, but that is not the entire story. And this woman behind me is actually not the doctor. This is a nurse who called him out after he celebrated. And guess what happened initially? She was the one who was asked to resign. So, she decided to lawyer up, as she should, in my opinion. And this is an update with the hospital. We have accepted the physician's resignation, and the nurse is expected to work her scheduled shifts. The New Jersey hospital provided an update after being sued by a nurse who claimed she was suspended for reporting a doctor's alleged comments about Charlie Kirk's death. And she posted about it on social media. She said, "This doctor is a disgrace. Had the audacity to say, I'm glad he deserved it, in front of a patient nursing station in regards to Charlie Kirk being murdered today. You are what is wrong with the world. Offered to buy the department lunch as an apology. You're sick and not going to sit back and you can read the rest." I said it in a post before this, and I've said it again. The doctors are supposed to do no harm. How can you expect or trust the safety of your life in their hands if this is how they behave in front of where patients and nurses are while at work? And what would happen if someone showed up in his care wearing a MAGA hat or wearing a shirt with an American flag? How can you ever trust a doctor like this? I'm glad the hospital reversed their decision. I'm glad the doctor resigned, but it took this nurse actually filing a lawsuit for them to do this.
We have sent out over 300 emails to employers, and we have gotten now 15 confirmed fires. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Gabrielle from Illinois, you're fired. Lincoln from Utah, you're fired. Amanda, another Amanda from Wyoming, you've been terminated. Suck it. Shasta from Washington State, your ass is fired. And Curtis, again from Texas. What the hell, Texans? What the fuck? Curtis from Texas, you've also been terminated. You're welcome. Now, truth being told, I've probably lost about 50,000 followers throughout all social medias while I'm doing this, but I would rather have every single one of my accounts hit 0 before I give in to these people. So if you want to try and affect me or affect my income by unfollowing me, I don't care. I would much rather go back to a 9-to-5 job than let this kind of shit slide. And I know for a fact that over half of this country agrees with what I'm doing. So hopefully they start finding me pretty soon. So go ahead and do your whole mass unfollowing and everything like that, because again, I would rather see all my accounts hit 0 than letting you guys try and bully me into not doing this anymore. And if you agree with what I'm doing, please hit that follow button. Counteract their mass unfollowing of me.
Hello you guys and welcome back to the channel. My name is Salo. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and of course to make sure that you do share this video. So you guys, all of those videos are of those of the people who posted about Charlie Kirk's passing. Not only you guys, they didn't post only about his passing, they kind of celebrated his passing on TikTok, you guys, and they ridiculed the dead, you know, and humiliated the dead. And unfortunately, emails were written to their employers demanding them to be fired with immediate effect. So today I've done this video and we're talking about something that happens more often than people think: losing a job because of what you post online. Now in particular, I want to focus on what happens when someone mocks or celebrates another person's death on social media, and why that's one of the fastest ways to destroy your career. And we see a lot of Americans posting those videos of Charlie, and unfortunately it happened to them. Social media is built for speed, news break, hashtag trends, and within seconds, millions of people are posting hot takes. Sometimes, though, people react before they have all the facts or before they've thought about the impact of their words. When the topic is a death, whether it's a celebrity or public figure or an ordinary person caught in the news, posting jokes, memes, or cruel comments can seem funny in the moment, but screenshots live forever and can jeopardize your career. I'm sure by now we all remember when Justin Sacco tweeted a dark joke before boarding a plane. By the time she landed, she'd lost her job. After the death of actor Robin Williams, a few people made cruel remarks on Facebook and Twitter. Some were fired or suspended because employers saw the post as incompatible with their values. Now, during tragic accidents or natural disasters, companies have dismissed staff who've made sensitive memes or jokes, sometimes even if the post was on a personal account. This cases reminds us that companies only care about their reputation and about the respect their employees show them online. Employers see public posts as a reflection of their brands. If an employee publicly mocks a tragedy, it can damage trust with clients, investors, or the community. HR departments often include code of conduct and clauses that cover social media. Even if a post isn't illegal, it can violate company's policy or be seen as harassment or a hate speech. Now, guys, it's not just about losing a job. A toothless post can follow you to future interviews, be shared endlessly by strangers, damage friendships or family relationship, cause emotional harm to people connected to the deceased. Now, that's a heavy price for a moment of online applause, don't you think? So you guys, here are some tips. Please pause before posting. Ask yourself, would I say this out loud to their loved ones? Check the facts. Don't share rumors about someone's death without credible sources. Remember your audience. Privacy settings don't guarantee privacy. Screenshots definitely spread faster. Lead with empathy. Even if you disagreed with someone, mocking their death really reflects well on you. The bottom line, you guys, social media gives us a powerful voice, but that comes with responsibility. Before posting about someone's passing, take a moment to think about the people left behind the headlines and about your own future. A single post can undo years of hard work. So next time a tragedy story is trending, choose kindness or silence over cruelty. Your career and your character will definitely thank you guys, because a lot of these people lost their jobs after they posted about Charlie Kirk's unfortunate passing, and they were not only posting it, but they were celebrating his passing. Imagine how inhuman that is, you guys. Anyways, what are your thoughts? Please do engage them with me in the comment section down below. Also make sure that you do like this video, and of course do share it if you haven't yet done so. Subscribe if you haven't yet done so. I will definitely surely be seeing you in the next one. Bye.